listening in, you can use the Portuguese channel on your Zoom, and there will be interpretation from Matt. So good. All right, we'll go in the order that people came in, which is we'll go to Mike Hughes from the BBC first, then we'll go to Ian from TalkSport, and then go around the others who have put their hands up and been admitted. Mike, you're on base, and you've got mute on. There you are.
Hi there, Jurgen.
Hi, Mike.
Excellent start to the season overall, particularly coming into the second round of the Champions League group games. How much of a concern, though, was Saturday in terms of the defensive frailties and unusually for Liverpool, a lack perhaps of defensive composure?
Yeah, it's not that much a concern because you can make, well, I don't think you should make these things bigger than they are, but we have to show reaction, and that's for sure. So I think it's really tricky to win a game, a football game, when you are not defending on your highest level. And that's what we didn't do. I know in the common opinion, it's always like we talk then about only the last line, but it was not only that problem. We had, in general, a problem with our defending, and that's why Brentford caused us some problems, and that's not good. Porto is a different team, obviously. Will play a different style, but will go direct as well. Will go for second balls as well. So yeah, we have to improve in that department for sure, but it's not now the moment for being concerned or whatever. It's we spoke about it obviously, and we know we cannot do it like that. So I think we sorted that, and we have to show that tomorrow. That's right.
You have plenty of experience of coming up against Porto in the Champions League, and you've got a good record as well against them. How different is this Porto side and the way they're set up? How different is it to the last one you faced?
Well, Porto always changed a little bit because they have obviously going players out and coming players in. Still the same manager. It's not an advantage at all that we won the last two games there. Absolutely not. Because you only have to think yourself in the position of the opponent. The first thing you want to do is make sure that similar things will not happen again. So that makes the job not easier for us. But it's not about that. We are not like that. We don't think about the last two games we played there. We think about this game, and they have obviously different opportunities to set up, lineup wise, system wise, and we have to prepare for that. So usually they play the 4-4-2, but they changed already to a 4-5-1 in moments. They can then obviously play with two strikers, which is a difference, or plays Corona as a winger or as a fullback. There are different options they have, and we have to be ready for that. But that's the plan. We don't have a lot of time, obviously. We had yesterday recovery, today second-day recovery. Tomorrow we cannot really train there because all the people in Porto are then are still Portuguese, so we cannot really do. Even when we train at Boa Vista or wherever, the information will get out. So we cannot do shape or something like that tomorrow morning. So we have to do everything today in a light version and make sure that we are ready tomorrow.
Thank you, Mike. We'll go to Ian from TalkSport, and then we'll go to Carl Markham from Press Association.
Thanks, Matt. Hi, Jurgen. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, Ian. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I know you just said that the last two victories don't really count for very much, but you've scored 9 goals in those 2 trips to Porto. So it must give you a lot of confidence, a lot of really good vibes going back there.
Nope. We came there last year the last time when we came there, we didn't think about the game before when we won there 5-1 because it just makes no sense. We all know most of the games can go either way. That's how it is. There are decisive moments in the game where you have to score if you don't score, but they score in a decisive moment. Yes, we were good. We are good. That's all clear, but they are a top side. No doubt about that. They qualify year in, year out for the Champions League. They are always first or second in the Portuguese league. That's a top team. And that's what we are preparing for, not for a team we beat in the past. That's why I said for us, it's not an advantage. For them, of course, it's for sure another reason for being motivated on the highest level. That's clear. So that's the situation. We cannot change that. I'm still happy that we won the games when we were there, but we don't think we won this game already halfway or whatever. We know it will be tricky.
And obviously, if you win, it gives you a big advantage in the group, doesn't it? To starting with 6 points, it gives you a little bit of leeway, a little bit of a wiggle room, as we would call it.
How do we call it?
Wiggle room.
Sorry?
Wiggle.
Wiggle room.
Yeah.
I don't know the word. I don't know the situation. Counting on points you don't have already. Really never did that. Don't understand it. Don't know how it works. This is a tough group, obviously, and we should not waste time to get as many points as possible. But that means nothing. The game at Atletico, which we obviously, Atletico Porto, which we obviously watched, that was a tough one. If one team would have deserved to win it, it would have been Porto. So it says a lot about the Spanish champion. Not sure if they're top of the table at the moment, maybe not. But so that says a lot. And that's the team we face tomorrow, and not a team we can take the points before we work for them. Not at all. We are no. With this competition, we are now often enough in to know that you cannot win a game before the game. You have to be ready in the game.
Thank you very much. Breathing space means the same as wiggle room, by the way. So breathing space.
Breathing space.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's what it is. Carl Markham from Press Association, and we'll go to Paul Joyce from the Times.
Hi again.
I got it.
Tomorrow will be a year since Diogo scored his first goal for the club. It wasn't in this competition, but the Champions League is almost where he announced himself with that hat trick. I'm just wondering how you feel his year has gone, and because when he came in, he was facing Salah, Mane, and Firmino, that established front three. I just wonder what you think how his development is and where he's yet got to go.
Exceptional player. Really, really happy that we signed him. Honestly, it's a really strong personality. It's you cannot know about that before you meet the person. He's really, even for his young age, a very mature man, and so that makes it really enjoyable to work with him. And we spoke about it from time to time. It's not easy to improve us, but Diogo did definitely, and scored important goals. Is actually a player like made for our style. Pretty intense, technically good, really fast, good in the air, both feet really good. So it's Diogo is a very interesting package, and I'm really happy that we saw that and that we could realize the transfer. So that helped us a lot. But the first year obviously was not completely free of any struggles because of the injury, which he got at Midtjylland, I think. So was not perfect, but when he was available, when he was fit, he always helped us a lot.
Thank you, Carl. Then we'll go to Paul and then Neil Jones.
Again, I was going to ask about the Porto games, but they've been covered. Have you got any update on injuries and what squad will travel, please?
A big one. A big squad will travel. We have 23 players with us. Apart from the longer term injuries, I think they're all in. So no Thiago, no Harvey. The rest is available, but we have one too much. We have to make a decision about that. So who will train here and who will come with us? But no new concerns at the moment. Hopefully it stays like this.
Okay. And as things stand, a call from Neil Jones to finish off this part of the press conference, and Diogo will be in a few minutes after the manager. Neil.
Hi, Jurgen. You okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about Curtis Jones. Had a big week, obviously played well at Norwich, scored the goal at the weekend. I think you've said a few times that he now needs to make the next step. I just wondered what you'd be looking from him to make that next step, because he's obviously, I think he's at 50 games now. He's had a big involvement last season. What are you looking for from him going forward now?
Well, Last game is the Brentford game is a really good example. That's how Curtis has to play. That consistent. That's how it is. He was defensively really good. He won important balls. He was offensively involved in pretty much everything. He scored a wonderful goal. He can do exactly this. He could score exactly the same goal with his left foot, which makes it really special. So yeah, play like this and better, obviously. And everything is fine. So that's the situation. But it's in midfield, when there's these really rare moments when they're all fit, then I have to make a few decisions. And then it's about the players that you are involved in, the 3 or 4 or whatever, how many midfielders we line up. And you only can do that in the training sessions. It's no criticism. It's just you have to make sure, even when you're really, really good in training, you have to be especially good to be one of the 3 I line up, because I'm completely open. I don't start any kind of week and think, oh, I know already what we'll do against them and them. The few sessions we have, I watch really about the detail, and then it's about the players. So it's not that difficult, but it is difficult if you want, and that's what Curtis has to do, and he's doing that. But sometimes the decisions were still against him. I'm not against him, in favor of another player, and that's it. But the performances like the last one help for sure to get more game time.
And just finally, I mean, Gini left in the summer. He was part of the captaincy group at the club. I just wondered if you'd made the replacement in that group, if anyone stepped into that role, or whether that was something that you would do in the future.
Yeah, no. We had the 3 stayed, and another 3, and then the players voted for another 3. That was the 3 are then obviously Hendo, Millie, and Welch, and then the next most votes got Trent, Robbo, and Alison Becker. Exactly. These are because we had a problem last year that we from time to time that many players couldn't play, that we had no one of the players committee anymore available. So I thought it makes sense to increase this group a little bit. That's what we did.
Cheers.
Thank you. That's us. That's this part of the press conference. Diogo Jota will be coming in soon. That's us for now, though. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much.
I'll probably remove all attendees